What's good, all my investor and trader homies out there? It's your boy Kevin. This is Touchdown Trades, the #1 active trading and investing channel on all of YouTube. I'm your trading BFF, your stock market bestie. Everybody sell out of Hyliion. It's crashing. It's going to zero. Everybody run for the hills and hide. Wait a second. That is complete. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the recent sell-off in Hyliion stock, talk about why it's happening and what we can expect. In my last Hyliion update, I made the video titled Hyliion stock is going to $100 per share. And I got a bunch of grief in the comments after it started to pull back, people saying I'm an idiot and that Hyliion is crashing and everybody's scared. But if you rewind a little bit, I also said that I expected a post-merger pullback because of market manipulation. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the pullback. We're going to talk about why it's happening. We're also going to talk about all things Hyliion, do a full in-depth analysis. I'll talk about whether I still believe the stock price is going to $100 per share. Hint. Spoiler alert, yes I do. We'll talk about why. We'll also talk about Thomas Healy, the CEO, and some big things happening with him. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned for this Touchdown Trades market analysis where we break down, do a full in-depth analysis and forecast prediction for Hyliion stock. And as always, let's secure that bag by making smart investments and sound trades. Let's get it. All my trader and investor homies, let's break down this Hyliion stock sell-off, talk about why it's going on, what I think the ultimate result will be, where will we find a bottom. We'll break down the chart and more. We'll talk about some big news regarding Hyliion stock and their CEO, what's going on next week with Thomas Healy. But before we get started, just do me a favor and destroy that like button. Just start clicking stuff. Click anything, I don't care. The like button, the bell, the subscribe button, just start clicking some of that stuff down there. It helps me out and grow the channel. I put a lot of time into these videos, and all I ask for in return is just to start going down there and clicking a bunch of stuff. All right, I appreciate it, guys. Let's jump right into this. So Hyliion stock has been selling off pretty hard the last couple days. We've came off about 25% of the highs. We currently are trading at a little bit under $40 per share. So why do I believe this is going on? Why do I think this sell-off has occurred? Well, in the last video, I talked about how I expected there to be a post-merger sell-off because of one, dilution, people selling their shares that are now able to sell after the merger, which creates a ton of selling pressure and sell-off into the company. All right. And I expected that dip to get bought, and I still expect that dip to get bought. Also, we have a second reason, market manipulation. There was a ton of people buying into this stock before the merger, looking for a quick hit, looking for a quick pop post-merger. We had a ton of retail coming in pre-merger. They knew the merger was about to go through because it had already been voted on, and they expected there to be a quick run-up after the merger, and that's just not the way investing and trading works, because there's just too much smart money out there to allow that to happen. So you have your Robinhood traders, your TD Ameritrade, your Webull, your E-Trade traders buying pre-merger, and then you have your smart institutional money, your market makers, and they see that all these orders are coming through for your 100 shares, your 50 shares, small orders from retail traders like myself. And this smart money, this sharp money, the institutional market making money says, wait a second, we're not going to allow this to happen. So what they do is they wait for these traders to get in, and we're trading basically at the highs. So if you're buying up here, it's risky already. And then they pull the rug out. And they get a drop, and they know these retail traders and investors are going to panic out of their positions. So what these sharp money do is they pull the rug out, and then they just wait. And as these guys, the retail traders, they sell their position, the smart money comes in and buys it at a discount. That's what market manipulation is. And then the stock over the next few weeks will find a base and go back up to where these retail traders panicked out. That is why I always encourage retail traders and investors to never buy at the highs, never buy into strength. Always buy pullbacks. Right now is when you should be buying. You shouldn't have bought at $50 a share unless you're adding to a position that you had a much lower price and you feel comfortable adding at those levels. But if you didn't have a position in Hyliion and you bought pre-merger just because you thought there was going to be a little spike after the merger, that's risky. If you had proper risk management and the spike didn't happen, the pop didn't go through, and you got out right away once it started to roll over, then that's fine. But if you're just looking for a quick pop and you bag hold and you hold as it keeps dropping, what do you expect? That's not the way investing works. That's not the way investing works. Everybody knew the merger went through. The market is too smart for that to happen. You have to be a little bit contrarian to your investing strategies, to your trading strategies. You buy pullbacks into support areas like this 34 area, and then you sell when it breaks out all-time highs. You don't buy at all-time highs and sell as you're coming back into support. That's just counterintuitive. So let's talk about some big news regarding the merger and Thomas Healy, the CEO. So the merger is finalized. We are now trading under the new ticker HYLN, and we're currently trading on the New York Stock Exchange. Monday morning, Thomas Healy, the CEO of Hyliion, will be ringing the opening bell for the New York Stock Exchange, which should shine a light on the stock, on the ticker, and may be able to build some support off that news, off that big media boost that Thomas Healy's bringing by ringing the opening bell. All right, let's talk about a few of the reasons that I still see this stock as extremely undervalued and that I think it's a $100 stock in just a few months, 5, 6, 7 months out. I think this stock is trading over $100. We have the revenue up, the expected revenue growth, and Thomas Healy has said that he expects the revenue to be over $2 billion by the year 2024. That puts a price to sales ratio of less than 1. We're currently trading at about 1.2 billion. So if we just stayed at the same stock price for the next 2 years, we'd be trading at a valuation, a price to sales valuation of less than about half. So we'd be trading at about like a 0.6 price to sales valuation. I like to compare my EV investments to Tesla on the numbers, as Tesla is the leader in the sector. Tesla is currently trading at a price to sales ratio of 14 on sales of 25 billion. So we're compared to Tesla, Hyliion in the next few years is going to be trading at a much lower valuation. So if we can get Hyliion at a price to sales of less than 1, and Tesla's trading at a price to sales of 14, and they're both experiencing relatively the same amount of growth, I say Hyliion's still a good deal. So let's say Hyliion moves up and trades at a price to sales ratio same as Tesla is trading at right now. We'll put a price to sales ratio of 14 on Hyliion stock in the year 2024. So if Hyliion in the year 2024, like we're expecting, has $2 billion in sales, okay? Revenue of $2 billion in sales. And we compare the price to sales ratio as to Tesla, and we expect a similar price to sales ratio. That would give Hyliion 28x upside. In order for Hyliion to have $2 billion in sales and a price to sales ratio of 14, which is the same as Tesla, this stock price would need to increase by 28x. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I guarantee you there's 3x, 4x in that time frame, if not 5, 6x. So yeah, if we get 5x, this is a $200 stock by 2024. So do I still believe this is a $100 stock? Abso-freaking-lutely, it's a $100 stock. It's going to the moon. This is a undervalued company that is sold off 2 days after the merger because retail traders, they kept buying pre-merger and there's market manipulation is going on. It's that simple. There is a lot of retail traders out there who have no idea what they're doing. They haven't really been in the market a long time. They see the fast flashiness of investing in these SPACs and these SPACs pre-merger, and they got caught. And you're experiencing not even that much of a pullback. We're trading at $40. Before the merger was announced, we were trading at $10. So we're still up 400% since before the merger was announced. So yeah, I'd say Hyliion stock is okay. I see this trading above $100 a share in the next couple of years. Let's talk about where I think Hyliion stock could find some support and this sell-off could stop. We have a really valid level of support here at the $35 area. We can see we came up and tested it one time. We pulled all the way back and then we finally broke over it, pulled back, validating that level as a true valid area of support. We came back and tested it another time, held. So that 35 area is going to be really key. We can see if we'll hold that area next week. I'm going to use that area, the $35 area, as an area to buy off of. I'm going to use that $35 area as an area to add to my already existing Hyliion position. So just to kind of wrap things up and conclude this video, I think there's a lot of market manipulation going on. I still believe Hyliion stock is extremely undervalued from a future price to sales ratio compared to its peers in the EV sector. I think this company has tons of potential to grow and build into this price that they're trading at. And I think we're looking at a price of $100 in the next 6-7 months. So yes, I think this pullback is an adding opportunity for us to add to our current positions at cheaper prices. And personally, I hope it keeps dropping, because if it keeps dropping, I'm going to keep adding and getting that cost average basis lower. So I think all the panic that we're seeing on social media talking about it's crashing post-merger, I just don't think that's factual. I think it's a bunch of scared traders who really don't know what they're doing. They got in too heavy and they're going to fold that weekend, and it's going to get bought up by sharper institutional money. I expect to bounce back in the next couple weeks, and I'll be looking to add on any more weakness. That's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope y'all got something from it. If you did, go ahead and destroy that like button for me. I love all of you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, peace!
Drop.